Okay, so weight loss. It's not the easiest thing in the world, and especially looking back at some of the wacky kitchen videos that I've eventually got around to editing. Yeah, there's a lot of editing work in those, and there's still a lot of editing stuff for this channel I need to do and other things, and yeah, getting back into shape. Not the easiest thing in the world. Apparently, for 1 stone, you need to burn an additional 3,500 calories. So, you know, depending on how many you're having per day, that's quite a bit. And, you know, it's like all the build up from all the time I was waiting to be rehomed while I was stuck in the middle of nowhere. So sedentary that all my muscles had gone away. So, on top of losing weight, I'm actually building weight, just rebuilding muscles, not only in my legs and my arms, but my body and everything. And, you know, without a proper ability to exercise, that's pretty hard to do. So, yeah. Apparently for 3,500 calories, it's 6 hours of constant 5 miles an hour. You know, which, you know, if you're going to just blast it out in a day, but that's not really sensible, especially if you've deteriorated so badly that, you know, you're actually rebuilding weight, and the actual amount that you're going to need to lose is even more, because you can actually build up weight in muscles and lose it off areas. And that just makes it even harder, because that's disheartening, especially if you've been so inactive. You're not going to see immediate results. It's not going to be... there's a lot of videos on YouTube, how I lost stone in a week, and it's like they give up after a day or two, and it's like, because they're seeing no progress. And, you know, it's like, why even start these series if you're not even going to go into it? And I can see why people start going into fad diets and all these stupid things, because, you know, you don't see results so much from exercise, and if you're doing things like push-ups and sit-ups, it's only going to be building up on your arms, and pretty hard to burn calories when really you need cardiovascular running or something like that to burn the calories off, and that's going to be very sweaty and, you know, and out in the public, especially if you've got no ability to do it and you can't get to the gym or anything like that. So yeah, it just becomes very, very hard. So walking into town or walking to Tesco more often than I even need to, just to burn off additional calories, becomes the process of the day. But then you're using so much of your day trying to burn off calories and trying to lose weight, and then, you know, you need to burn off the additional calories to what you're using in a day. So, you know, maybe then you would have to start resorting to reducing your calorie intake. Don't cut out meals entirely, don't do something stupid, but, you know, maybe take a quarter or a third off the size of your meal if you're maintaining, and that can be the only way to actually lose weight. But still, you know, it's going to be a long and depressing process. I think it was something like 242 days, walking an hour a day, it said, and, you know, I need to lose more than a stone in a lot quicker time than that to, you know, yeah, so I need to look like myself again and feel like myself again, and, you know, try and win back Steph before it becomes cemented that she's with this guy. Because, you know, I think a lot of it is down to I was looking like shit, and especially when Ed posted those pictures where I was looking goddamn awful on his birthday, and, you know, I've sent her some improvement pictures, but, you know, it's not like she'd shut me out entirely, although she is kind of ignoring me now, so, you know, maybe that relationship is cementing and it's not ideal. But yeah, I mean, it's my responsibility to try and win her back, and, you know, I need to be attractive, because, you know, you're not going to expect someone to get with someone they're no longer attracted to, especially if I'm looking goddamn awful like I am. So I need to get attractive again and feel attractive again, and then win her back, because, you know, after 6 years, can you expect us to remember everything? You know, we weren't chatting that long, so yeah, it's hard to win her back, and so I need to be in top form, and 242 days isn't going to be possible. No, I need to lose weight faster than that, and I need to get in shape faster than that, and you know, if the council had just rehomed me sooner and not fucked me around for so long, I'd still be in shape, and I'd have had opportunities when she was coming back to me and not me pursuing her as much as I'm pursuing now. You know, it's like when she was getting in touch with me, perfect opportunity, because, you know, she was perhaps wanting me more and remembering more and not have forgotten as much, and yeah, it's just shit that it's come down to this. And so yeah, I mean, it's up to me to try and get back in shape and get back in form, but fuck me, it's an impossible process right now. And no, 242 days is not ideal, so, you know, I'm gonna try and do my best with exercise and, you know, maybe reducing a bit, but I'm not going to go on some stupid fad diet. I'm just going to reduce the size of portions just to cut the caloric intake, because you need to burn, you know, 350,000 per stone on top of what you're using in a day. And, you know, if I'm not even that active right now, it's going to be a pretty hard process to burn additional calories to what I need and get back in shape. You know, after some exercise my face starts to look a bit better, but then the weight just goes back on, and it's like, you know, I don't seem to be losing the weight as much as I'd like. You know, I'm building up muscles and building up my body and my health again, but it's just too slow to be what I want it to be the weight loss. But you don't give up. I mean, it's only when you give up that it doesn't happen. So, you know, you never give up on things, and you never give up on the person you want either. I mean, you know, it's like, am I going to see her go into another relationship that's going to end up with her getting upset again, or, you know, do I try to win her back? And, you know, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to try and win her back and try and rekindle the relationship and show her the things that are still there. But, you know, it's not so easy when she's not really responding anymore. It was easier when we were chatting, but then Ed posts them goddamn awful pictures, and then, you know, she's not looking fantastic. It's like, yeah, I can see that that's where it started to go downhill. And then, you know, you can't blame her for getting with someone else that's, you know, attractive now, rather than me that's not so attractive right now. And yeah, it's just like, I've got to try and get back in form and get back to myself so that I can try to win her back. And then, yeah, we'll see where it goes from there. But as it stands right now, not liking the fact that my face just keeps reverting to looking goddamn awful. I just want to look like myself again and feel like myself again. And no, Conservatives, 6,300 is not an ideal compensation, especially for how much you ruined my life. And I won't let you save a single penny, and even then, if you don't save a single penny, the compensation just still wouldn't be enough for how much you've ruined my life and how much I need to fight and how much I've had to fight to do this. I mean, you know, it's like, no, the amount of hours physically that I've put into fighting this, no, you owe me far more compensation than this. So yeah, and, you know, maybe I don't know, if it still looks like I've had a stroke and I still look goddamn awful, I would want surgery. I mean, no, I'm not happy with how shit my face looks. I'd like my nose fixed, for fuck's sake. You know, after all this time, I would like to feel happy in the way I look again. And I just don't. And, you know, I was happy before, but then all this happened, and it just now feels like, you know, am I going to look shit forever? And I'm not happy with that. So yeah, trying to lose weight, trying to get back into shape, and you've just got to stick with it and hope for the best. And it's all you can do.